Hey, I'm KimberlyMone't, and this is Relatable Kontent. Okay, so today's topic is about energy and vibes. All right? So, we all know that everything doesn't deserve your energy. And when I say that, I mean sometimes some things call for you to react a certain way or for you to give something a little bit more than what you should have given it. And sometimes it's just not worth it. For example, if it's road rage in the street, it's traffic, you know, we may not know what the other person is trying to rush to get to. So opposed to you taking on that anxious energy and all that and honking back at them or flipping them off or whatever you do, you can take a little breath, take a little beat, let them go ahead on about their business. Because y'all gonna stop at the same light at the same time. And that's just that. But also energy on another level is, so I know some of you all, like myself, have probably had a lot of trying times where it's just always a negative or negating factor, like back to back to back. Like you wake up late. Damn, then you got to go and you get a ticket on your car, and then you got to be in traffic. It's like it's the snowball effect. It's literally what I say is a snowball of negativity. So think about that, like avalanches, for example. It starts off small and ends up big, but also it can break off if you change the tone. So basically, say that happened to you. You woke up late. Your alarm didn't go off. You set it for PM instead of AM. I've done that. We've all done that. Now, with doing that, right, I have learned to change that tone. So therefore, my energy hasn't been shifted so much so that it's just like everything is bad. Everything is going to just crap, you know? So with that, you just keep it at a certain level and you try and switch it and shift it. So, for example, for me, if you feel like somebody's coming at you and they trying to test you and they really trying to take you out of your character, this is the thing. Now, this takes practice. Everybody's not good at doing this. I'm not the greatest at doing it, but I'm still learning. So that's the whole purpose of it, to me, to relate to you all, to make it be a learning experience as well. Now, it's issues where I just have to woosah, because I'm fiery. I'm a fire sign. And sometimes that comes out, but also sometimes everything isn't warranted. And when I say that, like sometimes that action doesn't deserve a specific reaction. But we all know that every reaction has an equal and opposite reaction, but sometimes you can control that. So even if things aren't going my way and it's just a bad day, or that's fine, but I'm not going to project that onto no one else. And I lie to you now, every time I've done that and I've shifted my energy, everything was magnifique, A1, it was great. I forgot about the bad because it was so much good happening. So I say that to say that also, like the vibe. You know how you've been around people, right? Okay, this is another scenario. You have a friend. They want to call you, or a family member for that matter, and they want to call you. You having a great day, and they want to vent about all this negative BS, and you just like, you listening. You're like, okay, well, I'm stuck in this moment because how do I shift out of this? And then you try and change it to a positive. You try and shift that energy. You try like this. Well, maybe there was an upside. Maybe everything happens for a reason. Maybe that, you're trying to be that positive to match their negative, and you just keep being that Debbie Downer. At that moment, I'm going to tell you what you need to do. Because I've done it and it worked, and it was no love lost. It was no hard feelings. What you should do, and what I recommend highly, is when that moment happens and you have that person who's just being a negative Nancy, a Debbie Downer, whatever you want to call them, you switch it. Say, you know what, I get it. You was having a bad day. I know you're trying to vent to me. But let's just try to figure out a solution for you to have it be a good day. Let's figure out a way to make it switch that negative to a positive, because you're kind of killing my vibe a little bit. And there's nothing wrong with that. And then and the thing is, when you do that, if they are a good friend or family member or whatever it is, co-worker, whatever you want to call it, and they have that moment, they should be able to rectify that and understand that, okay, this person, they're right. You know what, let me shift my tone. And I'm telling you, every time I've done that, I've seen the weight lift off of them. Like, and it was clear air at that moment. Like, it's smoky out here right now, so it's not clear air in LA. But, because all the fires, hope, big up to all the firefighters, good vibes, positive energy for all of them, everybody, first responders and things like that. But on another note, it's for sure, like, when you do that, you let them clear that air up, it's a whole nother tone. Because the vibe is just the vibe. Sometimes people just need to have that little moment of checking them in that moment to bring them back to reality. Because when we have those moments, we're just so stuck on sitting in it that you can't even come from it. And that's the thing that really deters people away from being positive and negative. But also, like I said, it happens. We're all entitled to those days. It happens more than we would want it to happen, but it's just the situation of you recognizing it as yourself when that happens, and then don't make the next person feel that energy. Like, don't put that off to them if it's not warranted. Don't make them feel that way if it can be avoided. If you can just do a little bit of something to change it, it helps. I've done it. I'm still doing it, and I will continue to do it because I love a good vibe, great energy, and just a nice laugh. And ain't nothing wrong with it. Check them. 'Tis the season to check people what they stay in a good way, not in a bad way. But I'm just saying, it's all about having a good vibe, because everything does not deserve your energy. Let me take a little sip. As I'm talking about good vibes and energy, because I have a good vibe right now. Everything does not deserve a certain reaction just because that person put that on you. They put it on you. It's on you to make that choice to let it go, or for you to react the same way they're reacting. Because guess what? If it's something negative, it rubs off like, what it rub off like? Fingernail polish when you just polish your nails. It rubs off. But we can always switch it, change the negative to a positive, because it's always better to just be light, positive, have a good vibe, and have great energy. But that's just my message for today to you all, that every action or reaction doesn't deserve that same type of energy. You can shift it and you can make it be great. Switch it. It's always warranted. It doesn't cost you nothing. Turn that frown to a smile. But until next week, guys, this has been Relatable Content. Peace and blessings. Love you all.